Hi everyone, it's been a while and I thought that I would give you a quick update with where I'm at on CommerceQL. So CommerceQL is a GraphQL backed API for building e-commerce stores. I set out a few months ago to build an application that was an online web store, and there wasn't really anything in the market for e-commerce. There's tools like Molten and Checkout.js that do some really fantastic things in the REST world, but when it comes to GraphQL, there just isn't anything there. So after a couple of weeks of toying with some ideas and hacking away on some side projects with a GraphQL sort of layer for Molten, I was able to sort of construct something, get something going, but I was starting to notice that things were slowing down a bit because there was this unnecessary middleware. So I thought, let's give myself some time and build a project that will do just this for my use case, with the idea of open sourcing it and recording some videos to help teach you how to create applications using Next.js and GraphQL, React, JavaScript, and many other things, including TypeScript and Babel and various build pipelines. So I just wanted to give you an update to show you where I'm at with the landing page for the website, and I'm almost there with it. I haven't quite finished it yet. The design was put together by someone called Matthew Martin. Check him out on Twitter and Dribble. I'll leave his links below. He's got some really cool apps in the App Store. He's a really awesome designer, but he was able to help me out putting together some of the illustrations that's used on here. So the idea of the website is basically just to tell people what CommerceQL is. Now, CommerceQL, it's not going to be a business or a SaaS business or anything like that. It's literally just a very, very minimalist e-commerce platform that can be used with GraphQL, serverless, and many others to just allow you to use GraphQL to build a web store. And I think we've pretty much done that with the title here. Finally, GraphQL meets e-commerce. Forget about the pre-built themes and limited APIs. Build an online store using the first open source serverless e-commerce platform. So it kind of tells you what it is in this description. I'll turn off my notifications, and this is what we've got here. And basically, this part, I'm going to maybe change the way that this is presented. I'd like to show all of the illustrations so it's quite easy to see how you get from the first step to the last step. And basically how CommerceQL works is you download the platform, you can inject it into your own application, or you can get started using it from scratch and work from there. But it's going to ship with a few things when it launches, and I'm going to give you a very basic inventory manager, and that'll just allow you to add products, view orders, and dispatch orders. And then it will also have a demo store. So instead of you creating your own store and not knowing where to begin, there'll be a very simple demo store, and that'll be using Next.js. I'm also going to be recording that as a video series, which I'm almost done with. And I'll show you a preview of what that looks like shortly in an upcoming video. And the other part is obviously the platform itself. And this website will be completely open source as well, so you can see how I've made it. I've kind of gone a bit over the top in some areas with React components. I'm using style components, and there's a few things on the page which I'll show you that I've kind of gone a bit overboard, but it kind of shows you the power of using React, Next.js, and style components, and really creating a lot of dumb components so you can reuse those parts. So I think that this kind of works. If you've got any suggestions on how this should be displayed, I really don't like this carousel effect. One, it kind of goes too quickly. Obviously, I could just remove that, but then there's this problem. Do people really know how to click on these, or should they click on them? It's not really clear. So I'll probably just place this in a 3-column layout, to be honest, which will make that a bit nicer. Then the most important part is the playground area. So this will allow you to get started creating some things like products and getting the products, adding to a cart and checking out. This is working at the moment. So we have this graphical editor here, and all I've done here is, let's say iPhone X, and we run that. We've created 2 products. We've assigned it to a category, which is down here in our variables. Then if we run another query to get all of our products, we'll see about the iPhone 8. I've done this a few times, so there'll be quite a few products in here, but we've got that iPhone X there. And we're also running the query to get to the count of all of our products as well. And this is built into GraphQL. So the filter part here, which we're passing as an object here as a query variable, and we're also ordering that data by the name. All of this is done by GraphQL. This isn't anything that I've done, and it just shows the power of a back-end framework for GraphQL like GraphQL, how you can easily begin to build tools like this. Then we're going to have an add to cart and a checkout function. Those are some of the areas that I'm working on at the moment. There's a few people who have joined the open source team on GitHub, so if you want to get involved, check that out. But you're able to do that. And this is what the playground will just do. It'll just show you how to use some of the basic functions, queries and mutations and subscriptions even, with our platform in GraphQL. So that might kind of spark some interest to get people motivated to join in the GraphQL area and start building e-commerce stores with it. It's a really cool thing, and paired with Apollo Client, it makes perfect sense to start building your stores with this. So as we scroll down, we've got a huge title, forget the rest. Yeah, pun intended. What we've got here is it just showing you some of the features that we've got. So with CommerceQL and any GraphQL-backed endpoint, what you can pretty much get is, you've got one endpoint. You don't have to, make round trips to the server. You've got one endpoint that gives you absolutely everything you can get from that. You can post to that. You can subscribe to that. Everything is there. So that's what we're going to give you out of the box with that. And pretty much the rest is up to you with CommerceQL. How you want to use this is entirely up to you. Obviously, it's super fast because we're using GraphQL on the back end. They've got some really nice things going on. Yeah, you can obviously use Relay or Apollo. The demo store is built using Apollo Client 2, so that'll show you how to use that and Next.js. Then what we've got at the bottom of the page is an overview of the dashboard. And it's just a kind of a little gimmicky wireframe of the dashboard. I don't want to give too much away on that just yet because it's not quite finished. But what this is going to do is just allow you to download the repo from GitHub and get running with that as well. I'll also bundle all of this together into one tool so you can download it and run it, log in as an administrator to the dashboard and update your products, go to the website, add some products, and it's all run on one server, one package, one platform. There's nothing that you need to do to configure it. It'll just work out of the box. And that's kind of the end goal with this project, is to get it all to a place where all you need to do is clone it and deploy it to GraphQL, and you've pretty much got something working, providing that you push it to Ziet Now or Heroku or DigitalOcean or wherever. So hopefully that makes sense, and this kind of gives you an overview of where I'm at with the landing page. There's not going to be much to the website. It kind of just needs to point people in the direction of GitHub. And if we click on the GitHub here, what we'll see, we've got some things already pushed here for the platform. This is kind of a work in progress. There are some things which aren't public yet that I'm yet to upload, just because I'm not sure on the implementation of a few areas. But you can go on and check out how you would get started using this. And I'm going to use the README on GitHub to kind of show you how to get going with it. And using GraphQL shows you how to install that and how you would add this as a template with GraphQL, how you configure it and things like that. So there's quite a lot to this, but the idea of this is just to be a very bare bones e-commerce platform with GraphQL. It should only really allow you to add products, manage products, and place an order. I don't want to go into anything else other than that. It's really not what the purpose of this project is. If you are looking for something that's a lot bigger and more bespoke, like I say, you may want to check out things like Molten or Magento, checkout.js. There's a lot of other things which you can use. Obviously, you can take this and expand on it to build it and become what you want, but please make sure that that's open source and other people can use it. It has an MIT license, so take it, do what you wish with it, but please give credit to everyone that has worked on it. That's about it for this video. In the next video, I will show you some of the code behind the website, and we'll go into that a bit more. So hopefully this is just giving you an idea of what we're looking to build here and why. So have a great one, enjoy, happy coding.